Hey, I'm just waiting for it to get dark right now, given that the evil clowns at the Crosnoe Circus hates my lighting and hates crosses. I decided to go ahead and put on a big giant cross, and I put a whole bunch of lights around it, so I'm just waiting for it to come on. You must be the new tenant.
Looking. I haven't decided yet.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, this is a future possible tenant. I let her know she needs to go to the Ventura County Superior Courthouse website to see who her landlord might be. So yeah, I saw this lady. Seems very, very nice, actually. You know, elderly, got a walker, nice car. So obviously, I don't think she's a drug addict, right? And I just let her know. I go, "Are you the new tenant moving in?" She's like, "No, actually, I'm just here to check it out to see if I should be the new tenant." I'm like, "Well, you might want to go to the Ventura County Superior Courthouse website and just check out who your prospective landlord is." You know, I've never seen anybody leave here on a good note, so just be careful. That's all I told her, just be careful. Because, you know, this may work out for her. Who knows? I just know that at this point in time, anybody that moves in there, you definitely want to check out what you're moving into. Note how my neighbor is trying to hide the fact that she destroyed my fence. She's got some plants on top of all my bricks and stuff. Oh my God. Yeah, I guess that should conceal what she did, right? Okay, it looks a little bit more like a surface now. Okay, so it's August 12th. I'm here at the Ventura County Courthouse website, and again, apparently the request to have a hearing via Linda has been denied. I don't know if it's because of my answer, but I'm going to see what it says right now. Okay, it doesn't actually say why it's been denied, but it's definitely Linda Crosnoe's thing that was denied. So I guess, you know, whether or not my putting in the answer was of any use, I don't know, but apparently she's not going to get to remove that lien from that I have placed on her house just yet. And also, when Linda sent me that letter, I let her know that any further communication needs to be through her lawyer. That way, you know, she has to have a lawyer to talk to me, and everything's recorded. Yeah, my concern was if the judge had granted her the ability to remove that lien just because she wanted it removed, I would have to appeal it because, you know, there are 3 defendants, not just one. And there were 3 judges who ruled in my favor. So if that lien were to be removed, it had to be done under a legal reason, like fraud or something like that. And clearly I obtained it legally. So that being said, yeah. Okay, I don't know when my next door neighbor will try and contact me again, but I did let her know she has to have a lawyer contact me if there's any communication that takes place. And on the bright side, there is no future court date hearing at this point. Okay, so yay, no future court date at this point. And of course, the Crosnoe Circus clowns, John and Linda, are currently messing with my fence again. So, you know, like I said, there's no stopping that, but I did let her know via the returned mail that I would not communicate with her unless it was through her lawyer. And since the judge did not give Miss Crosnoe what she was seeking, the request to remove that lien, because there was no way that she really could have, because I have that lien on 3 people, and 3 other judges ruled in my honor. So even though I have a contract with Miss Crosnoe and the judge did not terminate it, I can still go collect from the other 2 defendants. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. So yeah, we'll see what path I choose to take at this point. But one thing's certain, I don't have to go into a courtroom anytime soon, so that's good. Okay, so I'm going to send in one last request for court order and answer under the, I guess, the joint several judgment rule. I'm asking to see if I can issue a writ of execution on defendants number 2 and 3. Okay, today's date is August the 18th, and that last attempt here at a request for a court order and answer I sent in has been filed. And basically, it's just plaintiff seeks to file a writ of execution against defendants number 2 and 3 under the joint several judgment rule. There are 3 defendants and 3 separate judges ruled in favor of the plaintiff, stating all defendants can be held independently liable for the personal injury to plaintiff. Each defendant is liable to plaintiff for the entire claim. Basically, I'm trying to make sure I don't have to deal with defendant number 1, and I can, hopefully, because I do have the legal right, just go after defendants number 2 and 3. I don't really want to go after 2 and 3 because it's, technically it's not their fault they're defendants number 2 and 3, because she is the reason they're defendants number 2 and 3. Yeah, defendant number 1, when she goes down, she takes her. Yeah, defendant number 1, and when she goes down, she likes to take everybody with her. And then of course I submitted all the court hearings showing why they're liable. So basically this is getting mailed out. My neighbor, defendant number 1, should be aware of this request that I'm putting in today or tomorrow, I don't know. But the only part about her being aware, of course, is that she can notify the other defendants. Drain your checking account! Yeah, because, when you put in a writ of execution, that's basically what you're trying to do. You want to go after the money. So, I don't know. I just know that at this point in time, I do not want to have to deal with defendant number 1 on any level if I don't have to. She's been notified that the only communication that can transpire between her and I is through her lawyer, if she gets one, because I'm not going to communicate with her. Have no desire to. So I don't know what the judge is going to do here. I'm hoping that, the judge understands that under this whole concept of, what's it called? The joint several judgment rule, which means each defendant is independently liable for the full amount. So if I can't get it from number 1, I can go get it from number 2 or number 3. Or number 2 can give me $300 and number 3 can give me $400. I can collect the full amount between the 3 of them, or I can collect the full amount just from one of them. But regardless, all 3 are held liable for the full amount. So, it's up to them to fight over who pays me what. that has nothing to do with me. I'm just entitled to it, and at this point in time, all 3 of them are named in that judgment lien. So, I don't know what's going to happen. The abstract of judgment, but it's been 6 years that I've been trying to be compensated for everything that my lovely neighbor chose to put me through, and is still putting me through, I might add, I can't believe she destroys my fence and then 2 days later puts in a demand to the judge to remove that lien. Fortunately, the judge denied that request from her, but I am hoping at some point she approves something I'm requesting. And I did spell it out on this question and answer order. I'm asking for this order because defendants number 2 and 3 did not sign the settlement agreement that defendant number 1, Linda Crosnoe, breached. Additionally, defendants number 2 and 3 have not contributed any of the judgment owed to the plaintiff. Each defendant faces liability to the plaintiff for the full amount awarded. Plaintiff can legally collect from either defendant. Hopefully the judge goes, all right, I guess I have to at least let her go after defendants number 2 and 3, since, you know, she didn't end the settlement agreement between me and defendant number 1, even though I proved breach of contract. So, like I said, she won't tell me why she didn't end the settlement agreement. She keeps denying everything I'm asking for. Fortunately, she denied, you know, what defendant number 1 asked for as far as removing the lien, but I'm guessing that's because you can't really remove that lien unless there's a legal reason to remove it, like if it was obtained under fraudulent circumstances, and clearly it was obtained legally. So, but in the meantime, yeah, there are 2 other defendants, and technically I'm legally allowed to go after them. So, and they did not sign that settlement agreement. So, like I said, I'm hoping, if nothing else, the judge at least approves this. But if not, well, I guess I'll just wait and see when I ever get a chance to collect that money. I might also point out at this point, you know, since defendant number 1 has been trying to get the other defendants to pay because she don't feel she should have to pay the full amount, maybe, just maybe, she'll be willing to let this take place, or not. She'll agree with it, or what, I don't know. She probably won't. She'll probably demand another hearing, because that's her. She loves that courtroom. But regardless of whether it gets approved or denied, I should know by Labor Day or right after Labor Day. So I guess I'll just have to sit back and wait now. All right, today's date is September the 12th. I am currently here at the Ventura County Courthouse website, and it looks like something was actually granted. I'm going to see, you know, if it's what's been granted, but it was actually granted on September the 8th. But it just got posted. So, let's see what it is. What got granted? Okay, basically it's just showing me the same thing that I put in for the court order and answer, requesting that I be able to issue a writ of execution against the other 2 defendants, since they are also involved in the case. And under the joint several defendant rule, since there are more than 1 defendant, I am legally allowed to collect the amount owed from any one of the 3 defendants, or like 200 from this defendant, 300 from that defendant. You know, I can spread it out. But if I want, I can just collect it all from one. And even if defendant number 1 doesn't pay, there are, 2 other defendants. So that means the judge has at least approved my legal right to go ahead and try and get the money from the other 2 defendants, since, there are 3 defendants, and clearly defendant number 1 has no intentions of paying off that debt. So the 3 defendants can fight amongst themselves over who owes me what money, but I don't have to have that fight. So, yay! Thank you to Commissioner Snyder for approving or granting me my right to collect from any one of the 3 defendants. So at this point, I don't know if I ended up somehow wearing down the judge with my mongoose tenacity of every single week sending in a requested order because she didn't, end that contract after I tried to get it ended with defendant number 1. But, or maybe because I put in that complaint to the Judicial Committee about the fact that the contract wasn't ended, or maybe it just occurred to the judge that legally I am correct, that I do have the right to go after all 3 defendants for that amount owed to me. I don't know what caused the grant to take place. Maybe, like I said, the judge just figures if she grants it, then she won't have to hear from me anymore. Either way, I'm taking it. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to go ahead and start, I guess, issuing the writ of executions against defendants number 2 and number 3. And if they don't like it, they can go complain to defendant number 1.